hard to capture, extravagant, resurrect the track and it's militant. And I react like a convict and start killing. It's manifested. The gods work like appliances, dealing in my psyche.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Naruto Explained here, and today we're going to be doing something dangerous, which is we are going to be discussing how Sarada Uchiha can surpass both of her parents. Now, I know some people were watching the last episode and they're like, man, Sarada versus Sakura, man, I can't wait to see Sarada just beat down her mama. And I mean, I know we were all waiting for that moment where Sarada just flexes real hard and Sakura faints, and all of a sudden Sakura gets declared the loser by default. I know a lot of people are waiting on that. They're waiting for Sakura to use her favorite jutsu, Sasuke-kun. We know people are waiting for that moment, but the fact of the matter is, like I said before, Sakura is a lot stronger than people are giving her credit for. At this point, I'm really starting to think that Sakura sucked off some of you guys like dads or something like that, and that's why there's such a hate boner for Sakura. But that's neither here nor there. The fact is that in the last episode, I saw, or I guess the episode before last, I saw a few things from Sarada that really got the mind turning, and I definitely think they're putting both Sarada and Boruto on the path to surpassing their parents, in particular the fathers. Because I mean, let's be real for a second. I mean, their mothers are insanely powerful, but in the eyes of the fandom, both mothers are trash. Like, I don't agree with that. Even Hinata, I know I bash Hinata a lot. I don't think Hinata's trash. Let me go ahead and make the official statement. I don't like the character, but I don't think that she's trash. But the fact is that clearing Hinata and Sakura, that's a low bar in the eyes of a lot of the fandom. But getting to Sasuke and Naruto's level and eventually surpassing them, I think we've all accepted the fact that at some point Boruto, between the Jogan and the Karma Seal, he's going to eventually surpass Naruto. But when it comes to Sarada, a lot of people are saying, how the hell is that possible? Well, this is how that is possible. So I think that they've set the stage here where you see how Sakura is going to be training Sarada alongside Sasuke, and so now we know for a fact that Sasuke has trained Sarada in depth on how to use her Sharingan in the Sasuke Shinden novel, which I'm covering here on the channel. But the fact is that Sasuke's doing all these Sharingan exercises with Sarada to teach her, and at some point Sarada's able to unlock a wind release jutsu, which if you go back to the Mujina Bandits arc, the Hozuki Castle portion, we actually see her copy Mitsuki's wind release, which explains how she was able to use in that novel. But the fact is that Sasuke, we know, has taken direct interest in Sarada's training to a point where Sarada has learned two overpowered lightning release jutsu, the Lorentz gun as well as the Chidori, from Sasuke. Now, the reason why Sakura is so important here is that Sakura has noted that her daughter does not have good chakra control, and yet at the same time we saw that Sarada, one of the ways that she's beginning to learn chakra control is she copied the movements of her mother, and by mimicking the movements she was able to recreate the chakra flow that her mother used, and she was able to memorize that sensation. And that's Sarada's way of trying to take those steps towards chakra control. I think that for Sarada, I think that through that hard work, because she relates more to Naruto, Sarada has to train and get nitty gritty. She's naturally talented, but she still has to train more, and she struggles a bit more than we've seen Boruto struggle. We've seen it with how she's been having to kind of rinse and repeat with her Sharingan as far back as when she first unlocked it. I think that they definitely set this up to where Sarada has more of Naruto in her and Boruto has more of Sasuke in him, to where Sasuke was naturally gifted and picked up things very easily. Sarada, she's still naturally gifted because of who her parents are, but she still has to work a bit more, and she understands the value of hard work and training. So I think that by having Sarada first work on her stamina and work on her chakra control, like Sakura talked about, first by having Sarada undergo that training, potentially with Sarada one day learning the Byakugo seal, which that'd be absolutely insane if Sarada even got to that point, because that is the pinnacle of chakra control. So the fact that you could have a situation where Sarada would be able to learn chakra control to that level and master it, and then you add in her Sharingan, and the fact that both of her parents confirmed that her chakra control needs to amp up considerably for her to draw out the maximum potential of her Sharingan. I think that that is something that could work. And then I want to bring up a fan theory at this point. You do have that situation where when Sarada does unlock her Mangekyo Sharingan, there is the potential that the Byakugo seal and the creation and rebirth jutsu, there is the potential that any one of those combinations for Sarada is enough to potentially offset the damage that comes with her Mangekyo Sharingan slowly losing its light over time. That could be something right there. And then to take this a step further, like I've talked about in the past, if you take Sarada and you just put her in a situation where her chakra control is absolutely insane, and then you apply that with the Sharingan's ability to use advanced genjutsu, if you tie in her ability for chakra control to the complexity of the genjutsu that she's able to create, we could see something like where you could have Sarada in that same class as that girl from the Kurama clan who was able to put the entire Hidden Leaf Village under a genjutsu, and the genjutsu was so advanced that people actually thought it was real, and the physical sensations that they were undergoing, the brain was tricked. That's something we saw Itachi do with Izumi, to where Izumi's body, it died because her brain thought that she was an 80-year-old woman, and she had aged in her mind that far because of the genjutsu, because of how elaborate it is. I think that if you start tying stuff like that into Sarada's chakra control, that puts her on the pace to where she can start surpassing Sasuke. I think that the next step that you take at that point is Sarada's Mangekyo Sharingan would have to be something like a deal, and I talked about in the new video for Sarada we have over on his channel, talking about how Sarada's Mangekyo Sharingan is going to be different than all the other Uchiha who have become before her. I think that once you start kind of taking those routes and looking at the mythology is tied into that, which I'll leave a link to the video I did with the deal over on Anime Balls Deep. I'll leave a link to that video down in the description box, and when I get time I'll put it in the comment section down below. But what I will say is that I think they're starting to set the stage here for potentially us to have a situation where Sarada is going to take a lot of hard work and a lot of training, but I think that she can surpass her parents, and I think it's going to come down to her Sharingan being unique and her chakra control being absolutely insane, to where she's able to bring out the overpowered abilities of her Sharingan. I think that that combination right there, they're laying the foundation here for Sarada to be something truly special. However, I want to know from you guys, how do you guys feel about that? Let me know down in the comment section below. But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching to the end. Have an awesome day, guys.